When I uploaded a short video of this beautiful blouse that I made that has the structured sleeve on my YouTube channel, somebody dropped this comment and said, "Beautiful, please, how did you achieve this sleeve?" And I replied with, "Thank you, I will upload the tutorial soon." So, in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make a structured sleeve, and I'll be using this particular sleeve that I made as reference. Even though this video might not be too comprehensive because I had to put clips together here and there, but my explanation will be so detailed and comprehensive. I'll be explaining in details how you can cut and sew this beautiful structured sleeve. I don't have a lot of clips. What I'm saying might not really correlate with the clips because I had to put few clips together here and there, but my explanation will be so detailed and comprehensive. My name is Oluwatosin. In case it's the first time you're seeing my channel, and you're welcome to all my returning subscribers, you're also welcome. In case you're new here, please consider subscribing, and do not just subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that YouTube notifies you when next I upload a new tutorial on this channel. Because on this channel, I upload sewing tutorials on daily basis. Now, to make a structured sleeve, the easiest way you can achieve a structured sleeve is by using a crinoline mesh and boning. Some people used to use collar stay or thick gum stay, but believe me when I tell you that it wrinkles. Sometimes, even before you are done sewing the structured sleeve, you already see your fabric wrinkling. It will be wrinkling, like it will be breaking. But if you use this crinoline mesh and sewable boning this way I did, it will never wrinkle, it will stay structured forever. So to do this, you need to measure your desired length, like the length of your sleeve. And when I was done measuring the length and the width of my sleeve, I cut it out on a corset mesh and then I stitched 4 lines of boning on it. These 4 lines of boning can differ. It depends on how wide you want. You can see that I even used 3 lines for one and I used 4 lines for the other. So it depends on how wide your structured sleeve is, or whatever structure panel you are trying to achieve. It depends on how wide it is. Just make sure that the boning are so close, like 1 or 1.5 at most interval between each boning line, so that it will be so structured. Another thing is I had to skip like 1 inch to half and quarter inch to 1 inch before I started sewing my boning on top of the crinoline mesh. If you check this crinoline mesh, you will see that the boning is not starting from the tip. I skipped like half and quarter to 1 inch on both sides before stitching the boning on it, because I'll be using this 1 inch to stitch my structured sleeve on the armhole. So the next is to cut the fabric. So for the fabric, I cut length of my structured sleeve, and for the width I had to double it because I'll be like folding it front and back. So I had to double the wideness, but the length I cut the exact length of the corset mesh that I cut. So for this fabric, you're going to be interfacing it with ST. I even had to use 2 layers of ST. You can use up to 3 layers of ST to interface it. I mean, you can gum ST on it twice or 3 times just to give it that structure and make sure that it's not wrinkling. So when you're done doing this, you're going to turn the fabric, and after turning and flipping to the right side, you're going to pass the crinoline mesh inside of it. So you will push it inside from one end to the other. So when you're done doing this, the next thing is I used this flower. I got this flower like this. It came in this gold color. It has different colors. But if you don't have access to the color you are trying to achieve, like you can't find it in the market, you can always buy spray. You will see it soon. You can always buy spray and spray it to your desired color. You just buy the spray in your desired color and then you spray it. So this came in this gold. So I wanted it a bit darker. Like I wanted the gold that this flower came in to be darker. So I had to buy this gold spray and I spray it. So just spray it and leave it under the sun, or just leave it out for like 2 3 hours. Then that's it. So after I was done, I had to detach the flower from, like I detached it to the sizes I wanted it to be before spraying. So after it was dried, I started fixing it on my structured sleeve that I fixed on the armhole. For that structured sleeve, I used sewing machine to fix it around the armhole. Before, you can see that this blouse has another pencil hand inside that is net. If you look closely, you will see that there's a pencil sleeve there that is net, and the wrist of that pencil sleeve is beaded. So I had to fix the structured sleeve first, and then I fixed the pencil sleeve that is net on top of it. At the same time, you can neatly use needle and thread to tack this structured sleeve on the armhole. And the process of making this structured sleeve is not only applicable to sleeve. Whenever you are trying to create something structured like this, regardless of where you want to use it, it could be a cape, it could be on the waistline, it could be a sleeve like this. It's basically the same method. Just make sure that you know the length you are trying to achieve, you know the size. It can even come in different shapes. So you just have to cut out that shape on top of your crinoline mesh and your fabric you are using to turn it. So once you've cut out that shape, you will now proceed to using um sewing sewable bone on top of it, on top of whatever shape that you have cut out. The most important thing is just make sure that you are skipping like 1 inch up and 1 inch down. That 1 inch is what you use to, like, if you're using it on armhole like this, you'll be using it to stitch it on the armhole. And if you're not using it on armhole, if you're going to turn it and form it into a circle eventually, you'll be using it to close it up like you're going to be stitching it. It will not be advisable to stitch the bony alongside with it, so that it can stitch very well and you can open up and press. In a case where you want to turn it back to like a circle, like a ring, but in a case like this where you want to sew it on a sleeve, you'll still be needing that 1 inch to sew it inside the armhole. I hope that my explanation is clear. So basically, that was what I did. Just figure out the length and the breadth, I mean the width, how wide you want your structured sleeve or cape, whatever structure you're making to be. Figure out the shape, make sure it's that shape that you cut out on top of the crinoline mesh and on the fabric that you'll be using to turn it. So basically, that's it on how I was able to cut the structured sleeve of this blouse. If at this point you are still new and you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, and don't just subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when next I upload a new tutorial on this channel, because on this my channel I upload sewing tutorials on daily basis. Every day I upload sewing tutorials on this channel. If I'm not uploading a long form video like this one you are watching, I do upload short form videos on daily basis on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any tutorial that I upload. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, ask me down in the comment section. As much as possible, help me share my tutorial and with your friends and loved ones. Have you watched any of these tutorials that are currently showing on your screen? If you've not, you should watch them. You can click on the box on the right, or you click on the box on the left. They take you directly to these tutorials. They are amazing tutorials, even more amazing than this one that you just watched. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.